incredible hurricane. It has dropped 50 millibars in 10 hours. I apologize. This is just horrific. Maximum sustained winds are 160 miles per hour, and it is just gaining strength in the Gulf of Mexico, where you can imagine the winds, the seas are just so incredibly hot. Record hot, as you might imagine. You know what's driving that. I don't need to tell you. Global warming, climate change, leading to this and becoming an increasing threat for the Yucatan, including Mérida and Progreso and other areas there. Let's see if I can show you the latest. There's the Cat 5 information. Winds 160 miles per hour, moving east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. And on that track, you're going to notice that this system is going to come very close to the Yucatan. And the dirty side of this hurricane, folks, is on the right-hand side of its progress. So therefore, they're going to get the dirty side there. These communities, many of them, as you might imagine, many folks, in that area have just the very basics, nothing else but that. So it's going to be very tough. Now let's transition to Florida, because even though it is expected to weaken on approach, it is so incredibly strong right now that you're going to find it very difficult for it to be nothing less than a major hurricane when it makes landfall in Florida. And where it makes landfall is going to be crucial, because there and south of there, we're going to get a very high storm surge, which could be 12 feet deep. Now, the warnings and watches that you see on screen, there is a tropical storm watch for the Florida Keys. There is a hurricane watch for much of the Florida coast, as you can see, and inland locations too, as this hurricane is expected to go that way. Keep in mind, the impacts will extend beyond the cone of concern. What's fueling this intensification? Above normal sea surface temperatures in the Gulf of Mexico, including some really hot waters right there where it's at right now, and also additional hot waters that would be in the loop current in the Gulf of Mexico. But what is going to weaken it? Well, what would weaken it is a dip in the jet stream that's coming from the central section of the U.S. and diving towards the southeast. It is going to create upper level wind shear. It's also driving a cold front. The cold front would eventually absorb Milton, and it would undergo an extratropical transition. It would become extratropical. What does that mean? It means that its wind field would expand. So as it crosses Florida, more sections of Florida are going to be affected.